Hello and welcome back to Fireside Improv. We are on chapter 7 of the Karl Franz saga, and the Empire is in trouble. Karl Franz is currently marching south, but the plagues that have gripped the Empire have continued to spread. He is going to be marching past these plagued lands to get back into Reikland, which does have the tree spirits of Athel Loren that have come out. Durthu has marched against the Emperor and is taken some territory. The forests have spread and Athel Loren is growing. Still unknown what is driving the forest spirits to take out their anger on the Empire, but perhaps they have just decided that it's time to spread those forests across the old worlds. They have taken root in the nearby mountains and have driven out the dwarves. The Emperor needs to push them back into their standard borders of Athel Loren. Towards the east, the vampiric corruption has continued to spread. Von Karstein has pushed his territory deeper into Empire. He wants to become Emperor himself and rule. If he isn't dealt with soon, he may take too much of the Empire for Karl Franz to push back. And then also in the east, orcs have taken routes that are strangely happy with the vampires. They don't seem to be fighting one another. That is not something that is typical of orcs and vampires. Orcs would typically love nothing more than to fight whoever is powerful. And right now, the von Karsteins are most certainly powerful. Durthu does march forward against the recently defeated Oleg and Gregor. They don't stand much of a chance against the might of the spirits. They will try their best to make it easier for the Emperor to come down and deal with him. But this appears that it will be the last stand of Oleg, the great friend of the Emperor. Battered and bruised Oleg is taking his position on the nearby hills, waiting for his reinforcements. He knows that victory is unlikely, but he is going to do what he can to his last breath to help his Emperor defeat this foul threat that has taken root in the Empire. The spirits come in two waves, one directly on and the other flanking wide. It will be a little bit later to the battle, and the hope is that they will be able to deal with the immediate force before they arrive.
Quick march! Go! We serve the Emperor! Taking position! Ancestors call! Sigma preserve us! Goodbye to the Warhammer! Sigma preserve us! Sigma! Crossbowmen! Sigma! Gain our fire! For the Ready for war!
Empire soldiers fight stronger than was expected. They expected to die immediately to the spirits like last time, but they are making a bit of a battle of it. Hopefully they are doing enough so that the Emperor can come in and seal it later, so that they do not die in vain.
Sigma, preserve us!
The battle is lost and Oleg is killed in action. It is not a good day for the Empire or the Emperor. Before the battle, Oleg had left a letter with his retinue to be delivered to the Emperor's own hands in the case that the worst should happen. Well, it happened and the letter was delivered. The Emperor was reminded of his duty to his people. He can't allow himself to become overcome by grief as he had before. He has to be able to stay strong and do what he needs to do for the sake of the Empire. With that reminder, the Emperor doubles down and makes sure that he does not give in to despair. He will not yield or become the monsters that he is trying to defeat. Meanwhile, in the north, Ostland has decided to march against the Emperor. They had offered the ability to make peace, which the Emperor rejected. So now they are trying to push and settle the matter with military force.
Bring me to my men.
To the provinces. What does the Emperor bid? I will marshal the men.
What? I refuse.
Yes, my lord.
Is it time?
Who calls? Praise Sigma.
Carrick Ziflin looks to further improve relations with the Empire. They are desiring access for the armies to march through each other's territory, which the Emperor is more than happy to accept. He does wish to return the mountain settlements that have been taken by the spirits back to the dwarves. So this is a step in the right direction. As expected, Ostland did in fact lay siege to the Emperor's settlement. They are going to have to hold out on their own because the Emperor is marching south. He is not going to turn back. The city of Salzenmund is being assaulted by Ostland. Valmir von Raukov is leading the assault. The Emperor is trusting in Johann to hold the city against great odds. The great city of Salzenburg is being assaulted from all sides. Great siege towers of Ostland have been raised and are marching against the walls. The good news for the defenders is that it is dominated by range units such as crossbowmen and archers. That is the hope that they might be able to withstand the assault. If they can tie those crossbowmen up, they might be able to hold the walls and the inside of the city.
We are Sigma's heirs! They are waiting!
Yes, my lord.
I command here!
Crossbowman! Conditions acceptable! Take position!
The initial stage of the battle goes reasonably well. Ostland has several soldiers killed and routing. They're struggling to take the walls. But the Empire is not out of the woods just yet. They still have a tough fight ahead of them.
Declare them all heretics. As long as we outnumber them, we will hold. Crossbowman! At speed! Fight for our victory! Don't give them an inch! Withdraw! Get them! Sigma, preserve us! Swordsmen! Sigma guides us!
Unfortunately, more of the Emperor's soldiers have given up the fight and are running. There are simply too many of the enemy to stand against them once they've gotten inside the city. It does not look like they are going to be able to pull it off.
The gods have abandoned us! Charge! Raise your weapons!
In the end, a valiant effort was made, but the city does fall in the end. The Emperor has some difficult decisions to make if he wants to hold on to the northern part of the Empire that had previously sworn fealty to him. Bad news after bad news for the Emperor as the Empire is crumbling around him. His good friend and brother-at-arms was killed by forest spirits, and the area of Nordland that had sworn fealty to him to protect them has also begun to fall to Ostland, a rogue elector count. He's going to have to move quickly and put down these threats.
Summon the Elector Count! Make haste, men! Warrior!
The Emperor turns to Ralph Koch, who is an expert at killing and hunting down monsters like the forest spirits that have marched out of Athel Loren. He is going to have to stand with the Emperor, as Oleg once had, to push back these new threats.
I will do anything for Sigma!
Durthu is marching closer and closer to Ubersreich. In the meantime, he has sent a second force under the command of a wood elf to come up and around near Marienburg to hit Eilhart in the rear. Eilhart has built up his defenses, so it should be okay to hold it on its own, but knowing that they are committing more forces out of the forest is concerning.
Ever vigilant. What orders?
I am Franz. They will obey.
Awaiting orders. True servant of Sigmar.
What? I see no other option. Bring me to my men.
Praise be to Sigmar.
Ready.
Karl Franz decides that he cannot allow Ubersreich to stand alone. He has to meet Durthu on the field while he is vulnerable. He's not sure if he has the forces to deal with them, but if he can weaken him, that is all that he needs to do.
I command here.
Warrior of Sigmar. I go where I am needed.
Is it time? Sigmar compels
He isn't quite able to march to attack him himself, but he's hoping that Durthu will take the bait instead of marching onto Ubersreich, which is now largely undefended. It is a gamble, but one that he felt he had to take, as Ubersreich would have fallen regardless. Unfortunately, Durthu does not take the bait, and he marches directly to Ubersreich, and the city falls with ease. The Emperor is vastly perturbed by this news. It's getting it in his heart and soul that he needs to burn the forest to the ground entirely. There's no other way to handle this outrage. Valmir von Raukov of Osland comes back again, fresh off of his victory, and offers peace to the Emperor again. And with his empire in shambles, the Emperor decides he has no idea but to begrudgingly accept the peace that is offered. He will come back when he has the time and take his territory back and punish Osland, but for now, he is going to make peace.
Champion of the faith. Moving out.
Yes.
Your word is my command.
Summon the
The Emperor now
Elector
again marches against Durthu, who is going to be caught. He is not in the best position after destroying Ubersreich. Durthu got a little bit complacent, and now, hopefully, the Emperor is able to defeat him and bring Reikland back under his full control. Durthu, the Ravager of the Empire, has been caught out in the open field, ready to be destroyed by the Emperor. The Emperor wants to kill every last spirit that is in the Empire and chase them down back into Athel Loren. If he had it his way, he would burn the entire force to the ground for this outrage. Karl Franz has waited for his allies to join the field from Ubersreich. The remaining defenders has rallied behind their emperor, and as well his new monster hunter looks to flank from the sides with his elite soldiers and bring Durthu completely surrounded so that they can be annihilated. And now it is time to march forward.
I will not stand idle! Take position! Sigma, preserve us! We await your orders. Yes, General! The Empire endures! Don't stop until they're all dead! Yes, my lord! Moving now! For Heldenhammer! For Heldenhammer! Yeah! At speed! For Heldenhammer! The Empire endures! Taking position! Sir! Charge! That's an order! We are Sigmar's heirs! Crossbowmen! Go!
The front line of the Empire has again collapsed. They just can't stand against the pure fury that the Dryads bring into the fields. But they still have time to turn it around as the reinforcements and elite soldiers continue to fight on.
Withdraw!
The battle has turned into the Emperor's favor, but they just can't deal with Durthu himself, who just runs through the battlefield, causing havoc and chaos wherever he goes. People just flee before him.
Sigmar's heirs! Sigmar, preserve us! We are Sigmar's heirs! Take position! Handgunners! Collision! March! I do not fear death! We serve the Emperor! Yes! Smash them aside! As long as we draw breath, they will die!
And finally, after every single one of his spirits are already running or dead, Durthu realizes that he does not have a choice. He can't stand anymore. He stands alone. With Durthu defeated, the path is now open for the Emperor to reclaim the rest of Reikland, as well as push into the mountains and start to push Athel Loren out so that the dwarves can reclaim it again. The secondary city is not under severe threat, so now the Emperor is free to have his vengeance against the Wood Elves for the suffering they have caused and the death of Oleg.